In a political landscape where every move can sway public opinion and determine an election's outcome, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are experiencing a major vibe shift. Just a few weeks ago, Trump's campaign appeared unshakable, radiating a sense of strength despite undeniable vulnerabilities lurking beneath the surface. However, recent events have rattled the Trump campaign, throwing it into a tailspin as it faces mounting backlash and an energized Harris camp determined to seize the advantage. This seismic shift in momentum is marked by Harris's growing support in crucial battleground states. With Trump's recent missteps and controversial appearances, late-breaking undecided voters are now gravitating toward Harris. Trump's chaotic Madison Square Garden rally may well have been the turning point, pushing many away from his camp. In this video, we'll break down the current state of the campaigns, what's driving voter sentiment, and what these developments could mean for Election Day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to reaching 5,000 subscribers, but we can't do it without you. So, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe right now. And if you're already subscribed, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know your thoughts. Alright, let's dive right into it. Trump campaign in crisis. Internal panic over recent blunders. According to multiple reports from campaign insiders and political analysts, the Trump campaign is in full crisis mode. While Trump's rallies continue to be advertised as symbols of strength and enthusiasm, the truth beneath the surface tells a different story. The Madison Square Garden rally, meant to energize Trump's base and sway undecided voters, backfired in ways that are still sending shockwaves through the political landscape. At this rally, Trump made inflammatory comments, reportedly referring to Puerto Ricans with derogatory language and expressing violent thoughts about figures like Liz Cheney. His incendiary remarks about Cheney, suggesting she should face a firing squad, left many attendees and viewers in stunned disbelief. The rally further intensified public disdain when Trump donned a bizarre garbage man outfit, a move seen as tone-deaf by many observers. As he made his appearance, the optics of this choice went viral, sparking ridicule and disbelief on social media and among political pundits. Kamala Harris surges ahead with strong ground game. While Trump's missteps have captured headlines, Kamala Harris's campaign has been quietly, yet effectively, building momentum on the ground. According to Time reporter Charlotte Alter, senior Harris campaign staff report that their internal polling data indicates Harris leading in crucial battleground states among voters who made their decisions in the last week. And it's no small margin. These voters are reportedly breaking for Harris by double digits, signaling a surge of support at a pivotal moment in the election cycle. Harris's team has been relentless in its outreach efforts, knocking on an impressive 13 million doors across battleground states in October alone. Pennsylvania, a state with a razor-thin margin in previous elections, has been a particular focus for the Harris campaign, which is on track to knock on 5 million doors and have over 1 million conversations with voters there before Election Day. This commitment to direct voter engagement is paying off, and the contrast with the Trump campaign's recent missteps could not be starker. The Trump rally fallout. Undecided voters react to the garbage man spectacle. For those late deciding voters who are still on the fence, Trump's Madison Square Garden appearance may have been the final straw. The rally, which featured Trump supporters dressing as trash in supposed solidarity with Trump's garbage man outfit, baffled many observers and drew sharp criticism. The sight of Trump family members, including Donald Jr. and Eric, dressed up in garbage costumes, did little to inspire confidence in the undecided voter demographic. For undecided voters, many of whom lean suburban and moderate, this spectacle struck a discordant note. Analysts believe this episode underscored the chaotic nature of Trump's campaign, possibly alienating swing voters in states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, where every single vote counts. With suburban areas witnessing population growth and a notable Democratic voter advantage in states like Georgia, Harris's team is optimistic about maintaining this late-breaking momentum. Matthew Dowd's perspective, A shift from Trump to Harris among late deciders? Political strategist Matthew Dowd, who served as a senior advisor to the Bush-Cheney 2004 campaign, weighed in on the potential impact of this rally and the timing of the Trump campaign's controversies. Dowd noted that late deciding voters have historically played a decisive role in tight elections. In 2016, voters who made up their minds in the final week broke heavily in Trump's favor, delivering him the necessary electoral votes to win. But this time around, Dowd believes the late-breaking trend is leaning toward Harris, a pattern supported by new polling data. Dowd cited previous elections where major late-stage revelations shifted the election's outcome. In 2000, the last-minute revelation of George W. Bush's DWI incident damaged his chances briefly, and in 2016, the release of the Comey letter days before the election hurt Clinton's campaign. This election may see Trump's string of missteps serving a similar role but in reverse, benefiting Harris in the final days. Trump campaign scrambles with accusations and desperation. As Trump's poll numbers tighten, his campaign has resorted to increasingly desperate measures. Senior advisor Stephen Miller recently accused Democrats of importing plagues into the country, alleging they were intentionally bringing tuberculosis across the border to sway the election. This extreme rhetoric mirrors the campaign's 2020 strategy, which played on fear and conspiracy theories, but analysts argue it signals desperation rather than strength this time around. Trump's remarks, coupled with statements from top advisors and campaign surrogates, seem to be further alienating potential supporters. Instead of rallying the base, these fear-driven messages appear out of touch and excessive, only amplifying the panic among the Trump camp as Harris continues to build momentum. Kamala Harris's campaign optimism. What's fueling the surge? Harris's campaign team is cautiously optimistic, attributing her recent success not only to Trump's missteps, but also to their own rigorous groundwork. As they reach millions of voters, the campaign is focused on highlighting Harris's dedication to healthcare reform, social equality, and climate action, issues that resonate deeply with the Democratic base and undecided moderates. Harris's campaign has maintained a focus on pressing national issues like reproductive rights, especially after the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade. Many female voters, in particular, have turned to Harris, motivated by a desire to protect reproductive health care options. The Epstein connection. More damaging revelations. As if the optics of recent rallies weren't damaging enough, newly surfaced information from author Michael Wolff and the Daily Beast could add to Trump's woes. According to Wolff, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein allegedly kept photos of Trump with young girls by a pool, photos that were alarming in nature. Furthermore, Wolff claims to possess over 100 hours of recordings of Epstein discussing Trump and his inner circle, potentially containing damning revelations about Trump's interactions with Epstein and his role in Trump's life post-2016. For voters concerned with integrity and character, these revelations could tip the scale even further toward Harris. With Trump already facing a slew of accusations and investigations, these reports serve as a grim reminder of the controversies surrounding his past associations. The final push. Harris capitalizes on Trump's missteps. In the election's final stretch, both campaigns are pulling out all the stops to secure every possible vote. For Harris, the task is clear. Maintain the positive momentum, focus on her message, and continue the outreach efforts that have brought her within striking distance in key battlegrounds. For Trump, the challenge is far more complex. The chaos, incendiary language, and polarizing optics that once energized his base are now turning away moderate and undecided voters. As voters weigh their choices, Trump's recent controversies may be too significant to overlook, especially with Harris running a disciplined and focused campaign. With Election Day approaching, one thing is certain. This dramatic shift in momentum could have far-reaching implications, possibly tipping the scales in Harris's favor.